well, we finally got it. The big information reveal on everything coming with Ryzen 3000, including its oh so long awaited release date, which will be 7th of July, like everyone predicted, because it's in 7nm CPU. Other than that, we have found out a lot about it, which I'll go over now. Particularly, what very interested me personally is how off all the rumors were from places like Forbes and Wired and everyone else was like having these reports and all these tables of all the prices and the core counts, and it all seemed to be so good, but in reality everything is on paper much worse. The core counts are lower, the boost speeds are way lower, none of them do have that 5 GHz turbo we're all hoping for, and the prices are also slightly higher than some were expecting. But that doesn't mean it's really bad though, because of improved IPS and because of a higher cache size, it is still insanely good. Way better than most Intels at the time, which, like everyone said already, it really doesn't look good for Intel right now. Because with these prices and this performance, yeah, it's really looking bad. For example, just take the 3900X, which is half the price, but for way better performance, which is just insane. And again, yeah, Intel is going to have a rough time trying to beat them at this. But other than that, the prices are actually slightly higher. For example, the processor I'll be personally going for, the Ryzen 5 3600X, is $249. Additionally, what's interesting, it doesn't have the 8 cores that all the leaks were saying, instead it only has 6, which is going to be especially interesting for me since my current CPU is an 8 core, an FX 8350, so I want to see how much having less cores would impact it. Though again, there's the whole argument whether or not the FX 8350 actually has 8 cores or not, but I can have a whole debate about that, which I can't be bothered right now because there's way more better things to be excited about, which all of this, oh wow, this is really good. But anyway, what's also really interesting is how low some of the base frequencies are now. I know that base frequencies nowadays don't really mean a lot, especially when you have good turbo, and some of them really have a good turbo, but the highest turbo is only 4.6, which is slightly lower than, I believe, 5.1 GHz, which was the highest possible one. But again, that doesn't still matter because it is still way faster due to improvements in efficiency thanks to its 7nm process, and also the big cache size and improvements to IPS, which I mentioned before. The highest Ryzen, the 3900X, also has 12 cores and 24 threads, while all the rumors were stating it will have 16 cores. So a bit lower, but still, as we see, it doesn't really matter because it's still way ahead of anything Intel has to throw at the wall right now. And from the currently revealed processors, the cheapest one is only $199. And another big victory for AMD is with the Ryzen 7 3700X, which is like the good standard high-end but not super high-end CPU, which only costs $329. There is still plenty of other things I would like to talk about, but I want to keep this video short because there's still plenty that has to be done this Computex week. So let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think this spells for Intel. Like I said, it is, I think, for Intel, they really need to do something really innovative and efficient and cheap, primarily cheap, in order to stay afloat, because this will have great effects on them for years to come. That's because we already know these are going to sell really well just by looking at these prices and this performance you're getting for those prices. And when it comes to performance, I believe when they actually come out, they will definitely not disappoint, especially now that we know we're going to be supporting PCIe 4.0, which is definitely a big deal as well, which will greatly increase output in graphics or any other uses that require additional expansion cards that are PCIe. But anyway, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more news from Computex. I'll be posting videos about it all this week, along with other videos as well on other topics which I find interesting. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone, goodbye, and sorry if this video was kind of all over the place. It was completely unscripted, but that's just because of how excited I am for these products, and also because they have so many more videos to make. But anyway, goodbye.